Welcome to The Topic, where we highlight Houston Community College, our students, our programs, and our reach into the community. I'm Todd Duplantis. The current COVID crisis has highlighted the vital importance of our infrastructure. Keeping our infrastructure healthy and up to date depends on engineering talent. And HCC and UT Tyler have partnered together to provide a pathway for students to fill this need. Dr. Zachary Hodges, the president of HCC Northwest College, joins us here from Houston Community College. Also, Dr. Javier Kypuros, Dean of the College of Engineering at UT Tyler. He's also joining us. And Andres Garcia, Director of the Houston Engineering Center for UT Tyler, also is here. Welcome to all three of you gentlemen, and we're living in a new world. We want to thank you for joining us virtually for our show, The Topic. Thank you. I want to start off and talk about what this partnership is all about, and I'll start with Dr. Hodges. Maybe you can tell us a bit about what inspired us to work with UT Tyler, and really, before we get to the cost-saving measures, tell us what students can gain otherwise out of this.
You know, let me brag about the UT Tyler program. This was the original 2+2 program at Houston Community College, and as far as I know, the clearest 2+2 program in the state of Texas. UT Tyler came to us, I forget how many years it was now, and said, we want to come to Houston and we want to set up at your A-Leaf campus. Can we make that work? At that point in time, HCC responded immediately. We created the second floor of our A-Leaf Hayes Road campus for them to create the Houston Engineering Center. The first 2 years is Houston Community College, a very clear curriculum, Associate of Science in Engineering. Students graduate with their associate degree, transfer to UT Tyler, continue on at that campus in mechanical, electrical, and civil engineering, and graduate as an ABET accredited engineer and go to work. They are our best partners. They've been amazing and wonderful throughout the years.
And Dr. Kypuros, I'm going to ask you as well. What attracted you to you guys to work with HCC and doing a partnership like this?
Well, they're a tremendous organization with a lot of reach. And if you think about needs over the coming decades in terms of numbers of engineers just in the Houston area, they provide really an incredible opportunity to be able to tap talent that may not stay in Houston. This way, we can grab talent that's in the Houston area, keep them there, have them contribute to the greater Houston economy.
And I'm going to ask you, Andres Garcia, can you tell me what's your role in all of this? Because you're embedded at Houston Community College, but you're working for UT Tyler. And this, do you have a chance to meet with the students each day? Do they get a feeling that they're not only going to HCC, but getting that UT Tyler degree as well?
UT Tyler has a very clear position in Houston, and I'm work as a liaison in between the Tyler campus with all the engineering programs that we have. As Dr. Hodges explained, we have the mechanical program, the civil program, the electrical engineering program, and the construction management program. This is the possibility of starting a program in Houston through the Houston Community College and finalizing the program in Houston with us in the same location. So sometimes there is a feeling that they haven't even moved from the Houston Community College, and that's a good feeling. They feel at home, they feel involved, and they feel that they already continue with an easiness that sometimes is difficult when transferring to another colleges or another programs in the state.
Dr. Hodges, I'm going to back to you. I know one of the big concerns for students is graduating, but having a huge bill afterwards where they're paying off for years. This type of education, though, is very affordable. Let's talk about how affordable this partnership is in the tens of thousands of dollars that students can save in getting a 4-year engineering degree.
I think our latest estimate is $20,000 for a 4-year degree. Unbelievable. Students, our HCC students are hardworking. These students in this program tend to be a little bit older and have family responsibilities, maybe work part-time, take a little bit longer. And let me be clear, it's the first 2 years is the community college, and you get your Associate of Science in Engineering, and then based on your grade point average, you're accepted into the UT Tyler program. They are graduating about 150 engineers a year from our program. It may be more than that. I'll let them talk about that. But it's an unbelievable opportunity for students, especially those students that for whatever reason have to stay local. And again, we want to keep them here in Houston. We want them to work as engineers in Houston, the engineering capital of the world.
And Dr. Kypuros, let's talk about those graduates. What are the average numbers that you guys are graduating on a yearly basis? And, when a student starts this program, how often do you see them go through the whole 4 years and actually complete through it? Is the number greater being that they're going through a type of program like this?
Well, we're graduating college-wide on the order of about 300 students, and roughly 40 to 50% of those students are Houston students. To the second part of your question, we have a really high rate of retention. Once students come in as juniors, by that time they're committed. And so chances of them completing are very high. So in terms of 2 and 4 year graduation rates, so that's what we track for our transfer students, we're doing very well. And our students college-wide, but particularly in Houston, get paid well and get placed very well. We're looking at gainful employment rates on the order of 85%.
Wow.
And in terms of comparison to other UT system institutions in engineering, our graduates are amongst the highest paid in civil, electrical, and mechanical engineering.
That was going to be my next question about finding jobs while one's going to college. I know that's a big part of HCC's mission, especially with not only certificates, but associate degrees in many disciplines. We're actually finding the jobs or helping the students find the jobs. And it sounds like you guys have a very high placement rate once they graduate. Are their chances of finding a job very good as they're going through college? Do you find many of your graduates employed before they actually get the diploma?
Well, we're rather unique in terms of our partnership with HCC. A lot of our students have been working professionals. They're maybe technicians that want to advance in their organizations. So a lot of them have existing jobs with a greater career opportunity at their existing company.
Dr. Hodges, I know this is a very special project of yours, this partnership and other partnerships. When you're telling the community about this and the fact that kids in the community can save so much money in getting a degree like this, do people believe you or they think it's too good to be true?
This is a non-traditional pathway to a 4-year degree. And people sometimes, have a hard time getting their arms around it. They'll say, now, UT Tyler, is that your campus? They just don't get it. However, the students that need to get it, get it. And let me let's make sure we tell everyone to go to hccs.edu/engineering to find out about this program and the pathways. So students, we work hard with our high schools. We have a lot of dual credit. We have great partnerships in West Houston, throughout Houston. So we have some natural feeders for these students. And especially when you start talking about the cost, the quality, and the end result, you can certainly get their attention.
It is a great program, and we're talking about the UT Tyler HCC partnership for engineering degrees. It's an incredible partnership. We're going to talk more about that in a few moments. And we're also going to talk about the oncoming shortage of engineers. There's simply not enough being produced by colleges these days. What are the job prospects for engineers? How does COVID play into all of this? All that and more with our guests here on the topic. I'm Todd Duplantis. We'll be back right after this.
Saskia. She loves cars. Seriously, she whistles at them. So she's studying engineering at Houston Community College. After that, a 4-year degree. Then it's off to the races. HCC, for everyone, anytime.
Welcome back to The Topic on HCC TV. I'm Todd Duplantis. We're talking about a very unique partnership between HCC and UT Tyler for an engineering degree. If you'd like to learn more about it, you can visit hccs.edu/engineering. Our guests today include Dr. Zachary Hodges, Northwest College President for Houston Community College, Dr. Javier Kypuros, Dean of the College of Engineering at UT Tyler, and Andres Garcia, Director of Houston Engineering Center at UT Tyler. All of you, welcome again to the show. We were mentioning earlier about a shortage of engineers in Houston and really across the country, but specifically in the Houston area. And I've talked to Dr. Hodges many times about this over the years, but it seems like a very dire situation because I'm going to start with you, Andres. Tell me about the shortage we're facing and the fact that colleges aren't producing enough engineers to meet the demand, not just now, but in the future as well.
The situation is that there is more and more baby boomers engineers that are getting retired. The population of engineers is decreasing, and the amount of engineers that the colleges in the Houston area are producing are not enough. And that's generating a suction of engineers into the Houston area. And in the statistics, I think we have somewhere around 500 engineers, specifically civil engineers, that are moving into the Houston area to work towards infrastructure, especially after Harvey. There was a community was affected seriously. So now the infrastructure is the key movement in the Houston area. And that's why we are also trying to facilitate engineers in the area.
And Dr. Kypuros, engineer is a term that can be used across several disciplines, but your college trains, tell me again about the programs that you're training with engineers and what type of programs they may go into, what type of professions they may go into.
So college-wide, we have civil, electrical, mechanical, construction management. We recently added chemical engineering, which presently is only offered in Tyler. But you're talking about industry all the way from in Houston, you have communications, you have the civil infrastructure, you have the energy industry, which employs all of those areas. So there's a tremendous amount of opportunities. I believe that in the greater Houston area, we're talking about over the coming decade between retirements and just new job needs, tens of thousands of positions. And and we have a lot of students with the potential, but for whatever social, economic, personal reasons, may not have the opportunity to go out of Houston, get a degree and come back. So instead of having them come to us, we're trying to meet them where they're at. And this partnership with Houston Community College is just unique and incredible opportunity to do things differently and in a way that's perhaps more optimized for opportunities for students locally.
And Dr. Hodges, since this COVID crisis has started, we've all learned and we've heard about what the essential jobs are. I imagine having a partnership like this, you don't have to do a lot of sales in the community to let them know that these engineers are the essential jobs, and hey, you can come to HCC and get an affordable education to do this.
One of the unique things about our situation in Houston is HCC really is responsible for creating that 21st century workforce for Houston. And that includes everybody. So a lot of our students have never even thought about being an engineer. I mean, they don't know what that is. So, again, I want to emphasize how important it is for us to reach down into the public schools and to talk with students about maximizing their potential and that pathway. It's just very, very helpful when you can show parents and a student, okay, here's what you take in high school, here's what you take at the community college, here's what you take at UT Tyler, and then you graduate. There is no confusion around that. So, I mean, if you follow the instructions, if you if you do what you need to do, 9 through 12, then the community college and university, you will graduate. Parents and our students need that kind of clarity. So that's why these partnerships are so important. No wasted time, taking courses you don't need. It's very obvious, and it's written down and it's committed to exactly what you need to do in order to finish. And students and parents both like that a lot.
And I imagine the parents and students also like the affordability aspect of this. I mean, $20,000 for an engineering degree?
Well, and people are going to be reluctant to go off to school this fall. I hate to say that. It's really destroyed a lot of dreams as far as, well, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there, and it may or may not be safe. We have created an environment that's totally safe. Our programs this semester, we flipped to online, and for the summer we'll be online. Then the fall we'll get back into our regular format, as will UT Tyler. Then we have to be nimble enough to adjust depending on the virus. So it's a precarious time, but we can accommodate students' progress, and so they don't lose any kind of momentum as far as what they're pursuing in their degree.
And Dr. Kypuros, is UT Tyler fully online right now as far as delivery of education?
Yes, this semester we are fully online. We were kind of uniquely prepared. We share faculty across both campuses. We have faculty in person in Houston and faculty here. There are courses, most foundational courses we have offered face-to-face, but a lot of our technical electives, depending on where the faculty is at, have been taught in a hybrid manner, synchronously through Zoom. So we've had plenty of experience in that. It was not a difficult move for us. It was a challenge handling things like laboratory and capstone courses, but we did make some modifications to attend to the present circumstances. Currently, we're looking at contingency plans for the fall, assuming that we start face-to-face, but if things change, we have some contingencies to help with the social distancing and be able to complete both our lab courses and our lecture courses.
And what's been the reaction from your students with taking courses online, Dr. Kypuros?
I think generally there's been kind of two parts to the reaction. One is they've been pleasantly surprised by how faculty have adjusted and have been accommodating, really focused on their success. And the other is they want to get back to face-to-face. They want to get back to working with each other. Engineering is really team-based. There's a lot of social interaction that plays into coming up with unique solutions. And though video conference does facilitate that, there's something lost in translation when you can't have some face-to-face contact in terms of teamwork.
Dr. Hodges, I'll ask you the same question. What's been the reaction from the Northwest College students that you've had a chance to speak with, or the feedback you've been hearing regarding the online education?
Well, in engineering, engineers solve problems. So they immediately said, this is the problem, this is the solution, and then went that way. HCC has been pleasantly surprised at the level of completion that students have had and the level of satisfaction that students have had with the online instruction. Our faculty, both UT Tyler and Houston Community College, deserve a huge thank you for doing such an amazing job in all the hours they put in to make this shift to benefit their students, and then track their students to keep up with them and then help them complete in different ways. It's not ideal, but at the same time, we've learned a lot about this. I think a lot of students who may have been reluctant to take an online class probably aren't reluctant anymore. And I think a number of faculty who said, I'm never going to teach online, they all of a sudden say, well, maybe this isn't so bad. Maybe this is a quality experience. And that's what it really has got to be, especially in engineering. It's got to be quality. The industry will not put up with less than the highest standards for us all. So anyway, we're learning a lot. We've made the shift. We will do what we need to do, but I'll be glad to get back into some kind of semblance of a new normal starting in the fall.
Well, we hope to be all back in the fall as well. I know we're all looking at seeing people face to face instead of just on the computer. But gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us here today on the topic. And if you'd like to learn more about the UT Tyler HCC Partnership Program for an engineering degree, it's very easy. Visit hccs.edu/engineering. Thanks for joining me on the topic. For more information, visit hccs.edu/podcast to download the audio version of this show and all of our audio podcasts. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure you find us and follow us on Facebook. For the topic for HCC TV, I'm Todd Duplantis. We'll see you next time.